Hey everyone, I'm Nidoking. Welcome back to Majin and the Forsaken Kingdom. We sort of passed a scarecrow on our way here, in a manner of speaking. So we're gonna have to go and break it, and the seal will finally be open. Unfortunately, I think the enemies in this room have respawned. But not all of them are paying very close attention to us.
I blow fire!
Which means that we get another crack at the big guy. I kinda wonder whether I can actually do a sneak attack on one of them. But I can't. Can sneak attack the monkeys, though. Speaking of which, I should probably be watching it a bit more closely, since one monkey can incapacitate the Majin completely.
Now, aim for head. Go away!
Alright, that was a close one. Fortunately, it doesn't seem to be a very good jumper. And that's our springboard jump attack in action. And that was our new combo, the swing. To me, it just isn't a game unless you've got a half-wooden giant jumping on a monkey. But with all that done, this is the room that they've been guarding all this time, which I kind of ignored before. 4 Windmills Hill. Not sure that it... Oh, okay, there are the windmills, way up in the background. And the final scarecrow. So as always, there are a bunch of enemies prowling around. Don't know whether it was a good idea to get their attention that way or not, but I didn't really see a whole lot of possibility for sneaking up on anyone here.
Lightning!
Well, surprisingly enough, that didn't finish them all off. But there's not a whole lot left to do here.
Okay, I use lightning.
Sure, we'll just lightning the one last guy. And that's almost another level for me. Probably finish that in this room.
Humans like sparkling thing. Can't eat, but like. Why? Tepeu's animal friends very smart. I also want study many things. Become smart. Ishtab likes sparkle things.
Alright, so we still got archers up there on the tops of the paths.
I can't do too far.
This one at least I can deal with. And I'd better be careful around explosives, because the enemies can set them off just as easily as I can. I see some stuff down there I'm going to want to get, but first... Having knocked him down, we've got to finish the job. Don't know how I'm going to get up to the other one, though. There are no convenient ladders over on this side of the room. It's obviously going to involve that catapult there. But I don't know how much I'll be able to do with it. Man, that's a powerful catapult. Yeah, the good news is we've got that crystal sculpture in the middle there, so he can't attack us while we're aiming the catapult. And I think... yeah, there was something over there, but I won't be able to break down that wall until I get to the rocks, and I think the rocks are over on that ledge. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure there wasn't anything else in that little compartment there that I would need to shoot to. Looks like I just want to aim for the ledge directly. Oh, there is a chest down there. I just missed it. Meanwhile, I don't think I'm going to need more than one of these rocks, but I may as well grab them all while I'm here. And now we'll break down that wall so I can get to the stuff on the other side of this partition. Namely, that fire-enhancing fruit.
It go well.
Maybe you're celebrating a little too much there. Just maybe. Alright, so we got one of those long-tailed dogs down there. I may be able to do something to it with exploding barrels. But I'm not going to be able to kill it that way, so I figure I'll just knock it off its feet and take the opportunity to run. Oh, birdie! Hang on a sec, I'll be right back. Eat the fruit.
I blow more stronger fire.
Now let's see what the bird has to say.
Apparently the Majin used to be able to solidify darkness with his power of purification and then smash it up. That power was what the Dark Generals feared most, and most wanted to seal away. If we can get that back, it will be the ace that decides the fight.
Yeah, for some reason when I first played the game I thought there were only 3 powers, but there's a 4th power. And it is by far the strongest, which should be no surprise to anyone. In the meantime, I've just got to aim myself somewhere where I'll end up landing on the ledge when I get fired out of the catapult. It's my best guess. And I was a little off. Unfortunately, the crystal shield only blocks a little bit of his firing angle. That's better. And now I have to take out those eyes. And I'm going to try to get the scarecrow. And fail, of course. Maybe I could just shoot myself over to the other ledge there and somehow deal with the archer that way. But this works, it's just slow. And that's it, we can get into the Crystal Palace. And a very lucky jump puts me in range to actually, finally, get my revenge. Sweet. So now it's just a matter of looping back to the entrance and taking the door that was locked before. All the enemies are back. And I think that might be a new one. So what I would really love to do is just ignore them all. Get through the door here.
Can't wait. Fly away!
Regrettably, the Majin is having none of it.
Watch my fire!
And I'm watching. At the very least, I managed to get myself caught on fire and then spread it to the enemies. Alright, now we're going to go into the Crystal Palace.
This door heavy. I need your help.
So we've got a trench below. Seems like an obvious place to hide something.
Humans like sparkling.
But I can jump down there from pretty much anywhere, I think. And the biggest prize is up there.
Ouch!
That fruit will give us the power to turn darkness to crystal. Just need to work out how to get over there, hopefully without attracting the attention of too many of these enemies. And there's a chest surrounded by darkness. So I don't think I need to go down there. Let's just head over this way. So that's my route to the crystal pretty clear. But we need to get the Majin to this side, and the gaps here are too narrow.
Fly away!
What's he fighting? It's not these guys.
Fly away!
I probably shouldn't have come this way. I can safely ignore them, though. Yeah, for some reason the Majin has jumped down into this trench to fight these enemies.
Okay, I make lightning.
At least they're easy enough to deal with.
Go away. Go away.
Even if I can't convince the Majin to use his magic.
Watch my fire. I make fire.
You finally do. Alright, so now we're gonna have to get out of here. And since the Majin is with me, the path is a little more difficult. I should also have taken out the first eye, but he seems to have gotten past it alright.
Fly away.
We just need to work quickly before they respawn. Right under our feet, of course. Not a good time for celebrating. We have to move. Or that'll happen. Well, anyway, this gets us behind the gap, so once he makes his way across the promenade, we will have the final power.
I make them sparkle, get hard, can't move.
Ah, so that's what happened to the princess. You did that to the town too?
I not. First they come, then lots of sparkle. Swallowed everybody.
So it's not just the forests and water. The darkness is changing everything.
War?
Yes, humans fighting each other.
I know war. Lots and lots of animals dead.
So listen, why don't we work together to end all of this? If we cooperate, we can do anything. We can even stop wars.
Everybody friends?
Yes.
Tepeu become king.
Huh. And you were his guardian.
Yep. Tepeu's kids. And kids' kids. They friends too. But then, few kids understand me. Kingdom become bigger, but soon I become alone.
And the prosperity of the kingdom couldn't last forever.
Yep, so our final power instantly incapacitates enemies. And if we hit them with a combination attack, they're dead. Just dead. The downside is it doesn't work on the big guys. But we can freeze these darkness puddles. They won't stay crystal forever, but they're safe to walk on until they turn back.
My sparkle! I blow sparkle! I break!
And that's our crystal finishing move. So we've just got the big guy to deal with, and he's dealt with. So there are a couple of things left to pick up in this room. First off, there was that chest. And that's the last piece of the attendant costume.
If I can't beat with punch, I can beat with powers. Very useful.
And I'm going to assume there was something in that trench that I didn't bother to explore when we entered. And one other thing somewhere around the room. We'll come back for it eventually. I know there's at least one thing I can get by going back with the crystal power that I've got. And we're almost at another level already. I think I've said it before, the first time I played through, I got the trophy for getting Tepeu up to max level. I didn't get the trophy for friendship.
Can you help me?
I'm hoping to fix that this time. But I honestly don't know what the maximum level for friendship is. So you might remember, back in this room, there's that fruit that's in the middle of a pool of darkness, and it's going to upgrade our crystal power. So of course we needed the crystal power to get it.
Good success. My breath more sparkly. There was big town, many people lived here, but I not able to save most of them. Ishtab likes.
And then we'll move on.
Ouch!
And I just noticed something. Those trees weren't always growing out of his back. Has he been growing more green since we started getting his powers back? Anyway. There was something else that we needed to do in this cave. I've been through here a number of times by now and just sort of ignored the top portion of the room. I came up here enough to get the bombs. And once the enemies are dealt with, I'll finally take a closer look at the top of the room.
Fly away!
Also gotta keep my eye out for the memory shard, which could appear anywhere. So I especially need to watch for areas that didn't seem to have anything important the first time through. Yeah, there's definitely stuff up at the top of the room. And there's the memory shard.
It's said that when the forces of darkness attacked the kingdom, the princess and the Majin fought to the end. Thanks to them, lots of people were able to flee to the surrounding lands. Right now, you and the Majin are just as powerful as they were back then.
Actually, I think that's good news, although I'd like to be a bit stronger than they were when they didn't win. So the issue is that in order to get to that fruit, we're going to need to blow up the crystal pillar. And also avoid the darkness. So the trick is to get an explosive up here. It's not as hard as it sounds, though. Because we can use the springboard and just bring a lit bomb up. I'm pretty sure they just do that dance at specific scripted puzzles.
I can fight more and more.
And now these guys once again.
Okay, I use lightning.
Yeah, I was hoping he would get the drop on the enemies, but then he kind of pushed me off the ledge. As you can see, the big guys will be slightly stunned by the purification power, but they won't actually turn to crystal. That would just make things too easy. On the other hand, a lot of the enemies with way too much health, like the dogs and the guys with the whip arms, they'll turn to crystal just fine. Yeah, I have to admit, I do enjoy that springboard attack, but I'm getting really, really careless about my health here. Good way to finish, though. And having so much health would almost be an annoyance if I didn't have the double fast healing power. Finally, back to the catapult room. Here, honestly, I just completely missed something.
no sparkle breath.
Oh, well, at least he ran into it right at the end.
I can't shake it off my back, Tipe. Ooh, help me!
Annoying, but easy enough to deal with. Figure since this is a dead end, I want to grab that memory shard while I'm over in this direction, so I won't have to come back for it later. And likewise, the one in the Moonlight Tunnel. I'll just have to make my way around to the far side of the room. I can't actually get the bridge to face there, but if I jump onto it first and just let him rotate it with me on it, assuming I actually can target the crank, I'm pretty sure this is in fact the way you're supposed to do it. So finally, back to where we were. There were a couple of things that I missed or skipped in this room, and the memory shard is right up there. Also a leader, so it's a good thing that I came back this way before he started respawning enemies. And we get our second piece of the first king's armor. One more hidden chest in the room. I spent a while searching for it before I finally made my way back to the top of this trench. As you can see, there's not a whole lot down there, just an enemy. But if I make my way across the top of the wall, there's a bridge over here that leads to the chest.
Fly away!
And once again, the Majin decides to jump down into the trench and get involved with the enemy that I was trying to skip.
Fly away!
Also, I was almost dead. But, you know, little things. So that was a quick item roundup to end things. And let's see if we can sneak past without activating all the dark eyes. Now we could freeze those puddles, but I think I'm going to try to steer the Majin around them. I'm going to do a terrible job of it, clearly.
Can't do now.
Well, just move already. Shouldn't take you that long to get untangled. I think it was actually trying to cross the puddle the whole time, just walking out into the middle of it. There we go. And finally, the door to new territory.
It not open. I need some help.
And this looks more like the inside of a castle. And a save point, which means I'll see you guys next time.